Thank you for joining us, Phil. Can you please get us started with opening remarks?
Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to go full barrel. So we've been told this week that the Atlanta penalty shouldn't have happened. So we were cheated in Atlanta. We then got told we should have had 2 penalties plus the goal in Portland. So we got cheated in Portland. We've been cheated tonight. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but ultimately something's fundamentally wrong with how referees are treating Inter Miami. Something's fundamentally wrong with how referees are treating Inter. Atlanta, we were told it shouldn't have been a penalty. Portland, we should have had 2 penalties on Robbie Robinson plus the goal. And tonight, we had a goal given, disallowed, given, and then disallowed. Now, ultimately, we're playing in one of the best leagues in the world. I'm having one of the best experiences I've ever experienced in my football career. But ultimately, I've got a dressing room there that's asking real questions about the integrity of this league in terms of decisions that we keep getting. And yes, there are probably many arguments. Yes, I've got a question, was VAR working? I've seen the incident, it was onside. I saw the goal against Poland, it was a goal. So I've got to now start questioning, because we've had our integrity questioned this year. We've had stones thrown at us, and we've had to take a lot of absolute shit this season from a lot of people, and we've had to accept it, because that's when you do wrong, you have to accept that criticism, you get on with it. And we've done that. We've not moaned, and we've kept our head below the parapet, because sometimes in life you've got to accept the criticism. I can't accept this. I've got to defend my football club against something that's unjust and wrong. And I feel as if we're being cheated now. I feel as if we're being cheated. And I've got to say, guys, and I apologise, I really do, because I love you all, that the players aren't in an emotional state to speak to you guys tonight, because they feel so strongly about what's gone on. And it's not just the last 4 games. And let's make that right. That's early in the season as well. We kept having these reports sent to us about apology. This should have been given. This should have been given. So ultimately, we can't accept this anymore. There needs to be a massive investigation about some of the decisions that get given against Inter Miami Football Club, because ultimately we're in a professional league. We want it to be the best in the league. We've got brilliant stadiums. We've got unbelievable teams that we're playing against, and we've got decisions like that. And I've got to say, against Inter Miami. And I hope I don't come across as a bad loser. Congratulations to New York Red Bulls. And I hope I don't come across as someone that doesn't have any respect for this league, because I absolutely have respect for this league. I've shown respect for this league from the minute I came in, and we've had to take a lot of absolute stick on our shoulders, and we've rose above it. We've tried to act with humility, with class, with the way that we want to work at this football club. But I can't accept that. I can't accept that anymore against my team. I can't accept it. And I don't know what the MLS are going to do about it. I don't know what the head of the referees is going to do about it. But I'm sick and tired of receiving emails saying, sorry, that decision could have been made. Because we've been cheated tonight. We've been cheated out of a goal, and like we have done the last 3 games. And I think I can't say anything more than that. I think if you want to talk about the game, I think my emotions are that way at the moment that probably I won't be able to bring that much clarity to you, and certainly my players won't either.
Quick questions now. We'll start. Go ahead, Michelle, then Mike.
Sorry, Michelle. Before I then say that, I thought the referee had a really good game tonight, but ultimately she's been let down by VAR. I'm not criticising the referee tonight. I'm criticising the VAR, the millions of pounds that we pump in to get decisions right. And ultimately, an outstanding female official has been let down incredibly tonight by the system above. Sorry, Michelle, that was rude of me.
That's okay. So are you saying, I just want to clarify, because on the replays on the TV, I mean, it did look like he was off. So I'm just wondering what you saw.
He was onside. Mm-hmm. We've got angles to prove that he's onside.
Okay.
So
can I ask you? Yeah.
Sorry, Michelle.
No, go ahead. I want to ask you about Mabike's play. What did you think of him? Sensational.
I thought it was one of the best defensive performances I've seen all season. A young boy that was made to play at MLS level. Composure on the ball, defensive ability, strength, everything that you want from a footballer. Mabike. showed those qualities. I never forget my second day at the football club. We had a Zoom call with draft picks, and he was the one that came on. He had a shirt and tie on. He called me Mr. Neville. He had class. He had respect. And without even seeing him play, he was probably one of our, well, he was our number one pick. And he was someone that when he came in, we said, this is going to be a real good project. This is someone that needs to learn. This is someone that needs to get better. And he's trained with us nearly every single day and played for the USL as well. And he's just kept growing and growing and growing. He's played against an outstanding team tonight. And I thought he was sensational. Ultimately, probably won't be able to play for us again this season because of the rules in place.
Next question, Mike.
Rafa, thank you. Phil, understandably, you're frustrated. What has happened to this club recently? But you still must move forward. You're 8 points out with 6 games to go. The composure that must be maintained now. What do you tell the boys, understanding what has happened to you these past 3 matches, but you still got to move forward, and you're still not out of this yet?
No, and I think that's the last thing that I said to him in the dressing room. I think I was quite calm in the dressing room. A lot of players had lots of emotions because they all want to win, they all want to succeed. They all knew the importance of this victory, but ultimately, 5 more victories will get us into the playoffs. We know that. We knew that we could afford to probably lose 1 more game. And ultimately, the final message is keep our discipline, keep our shape, make sure that we keep the belief that we've got. And we've got to keep going for it. And that's the only way you can do in football. We've got to get back on the training field tomorrow. We've got to dust ourselves down. We've got to not feel sorry for ourselves. These things are happening to challenge us, to make us better, to make us stronger as a football club. And ultimately, the challenge is massive now in front of us, both on and off the pitch. The challenge is massive. I think we knew that, but I think what's happened over the last 3 games has probably, hopefully, created an even bigger siege mentality that literally is us probably against everybody else. And ultimately, that is our biggest motivation now.
Next question, Franco.
Thank you, Rafa. Phil, I know you said that you think there's an investigation that needs to be had, but what just your initial thoughts, or if you've had thoughts for a few weeks now, what do you think is leading to these poor decisions against Inter Miami? Is it a psychological thing? Is it something, you guys obviously as a club have been big and bold about your goals and haven't made any secrets of that. Do you think that's playing a factor? And if I could ask you just a quick second one, just to try to get away from the referee talk for a second. You guys still only got 1 shot on goal. I know you think the Gonzalo Higuain shot should have counted, should have been a goal. Still not generating enough in the attack. Why is this team has not had that ruthlessness that you've talked about over the last few weeks? Why has that been missing over the course of the season, given that there's quality players like Gonzalo Higuain, Rodolfo Pizarro? Robbie has shown he can score goals when he gets in good positions. Why is that ruthlessness not consistently there for this team over the course of this season? Thank you, Phil.
Well, I think going back to your first question, I think most of the decisions that have gone against us has been through VAR. It's been through the quality of the VAR calls. Maybe not been a referee's decision, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the penalty decision in Atlanta was VAR, went for a check. The penalty decisions in Portland went to a review. The decision tonight went to a review. So my feeling is that fundamentally these referees are being let down by something that we brought in to give the referees the best chance to succeed. And ultimately, I'd say that the VAR system for Inter Miami has let us down. That's where we feel cheated, is that we realize in a season you're going to get bad decisions. You realize in games you're going to get bad decisions, but ultimately with VAR, you want to mitigate the errors that are made, the human errors that are made on a field. And I'll say it again: the referee tonight, I thought she was outstanding, but ultimately been let down by a review system that didn't make the right decision. And that can be the same said in the last 4 games. That can be the same said in the game against Atlanta early in the season. So I'm like, if you're saying where does the biggest probably investment or the biggest investigation is ultimately on the reviews. The reviews are there to make the correct decision. And we've been told, it's not as if I'm speaking emotion. We've been told that 4 out of the last 4 decisions have gone against us, when in hindsight, they should have been gone with us. So that doesn't sit pretty with me. It's okay after the event. It's okay on Monday morning, me receiving an email from someone that says, maybe that goal should have been disallowed. That's too late. That's too late. Red Bulls have got 2 more points. 2 more points than us if we could have got a draw. So it's okay on Monday morning phoning me or sending me an email and saying that. Nobody's ringing me up. Nobody has the courage to ring me up and actually let's talk it through. We just get an email saying, sorry, these decisions should have been this X, Y, Z. So that's my feeling. That's my feeling. And I try to remain calm. It's a big challenge.
The attack, the lack of ruthlessness.
If you look in the first maybe 15 minutes of the game, there was 2 incredible opportunities. I thought there was one for Gonzalo went down and he squared it. Gonzalo shot against the keeper and there was nobody there to score the goal. There was a chance, I think, in the last minute of the game. I think it was Indiana, where you think about the game back in Nashville. Indiana scores that back in Nashville. So real good opportunities to score away from home. And like I say, you score 1 goal and you get more chances. The goal goes in that doesn't get disallowed, you get more chances. And ultimately, they're not going for us at this moment in time. And that's something that we need to make sure that we are better at.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.